So if you haven't seen Avatar 2 yet, The Way of Water, I have to just warn you in advance, spoiler alert, whatever, that this is probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Now keep in mind, my wife and I and my kids absolutely love Avatar Part 1. And we love Pandora and we love the whole storyline and plot. And we just generally love watching that movie. In fact, we watched it again in preparation for watching Part 2. And on Christmas Day, just 2 days ago, my family and I got tickets to go see it in the IMAX 3D theater, and we're super pumped about it. Now, I made the mistake of not looking at a single review about the movie before we bought the tickets and went to watch it. We just assumed it was going to be great. You know, James Cameron, took him 13 years to make this. It's going to be awesome. We can't wait. Don't even need to see the reviews. We have to see this movie in theaters. But about 30 minutes into the movie, I was sitting there checking my watch, asking my wife, how much longer is this movie? Turns out that's a pretty common response. In the comments section on the reviews all over the internet, there's like a trove of people who had the same response. 30 to 45 minutes in, they're looking at their watch like, oh God, how much longer is this movie? Now I realize, or at least I've heard, that James Cameron signed some 5-movie deal to make a ton of these Avatar movies, and this is only part 2. So in order to set up part 3, 4, and 5, I'm sure they have to make some script adjustments and set up some scenarios for future movies. And obviously, in this movie, they set up some scenarios for future movies at the end. But you'd still think that each individual movie by itself would stand alone as some kind of masterpiece with a wonderful plot and story that just draws the viewers in and makes them super interested in what's going to happen next and how these big dilemmas are going to resolve themselves by the end of the film. So again, I realize they're trying to set something up for the future or whatever, but in the meantime, I don't think anyone's going to want to watch part 3 if they can't even get through part 2 without wanting to literally hurt themselves. But the character development just doesn't exist. The rationality behind the decisions that some of the characters make is just ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to you as a viewer trying to empathize with the characters. It's just the things they decide to do, just you're like, why are you doing that? There's plot holes left and right. There's just things made up and thrown in that literally don't fit, and you're wondering where this even came from. Somehow the bad guy from the first movie who was killed is somehow reincarnated or resurrected to be the same bad guy in the second movie, and they spend trillions of dollars to send him all the way back from Earth just to get revenge or something. Look, all I'm saying is just read the comments and read the reviews and then watch this one on Disney Plus when it comes out there, because wow.